Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in the province. And now come to details. Ladies and gentlemen, on November 7, the Ministry of Agriculture and Agricultural Development cooperated with the Ministries of Health, Natural Resources and Environment and the United States Agency for International Development (USAID) co-chaired the organization of the 2020 annual high-level forum on health and prevention of animal-to-human disease for the 2021-2025 period.
The conference held online to the principals of provinces and cities across the country. The chairman of the principal of the province is Mr. Trần Văn Chiến, vice chairman of the Provincial People's Committee. The forum focuses on exchanging solutions on reducing the risks of arising and spreading pathogens in human-animal ecosystem interactions, strengthening food safety management, monitoring and prevention of antibiotic resistance, recovery, reconstruction, and control of emerging and diseases of risks. Controlling environmental actions that have the potential to attend and affect the human and animal and plant health. Speaking at the forum, Deputy Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development Phùng Đức Tiến said that the forum affirmed its commitment to strengthening cooperation in the field of animal-to-human pandemic prevention and control, strengthening the focal leading and coordinating the role of the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development for the One Health Partnership framework of animals-to-human pandemic prevention and control, calling on the parties to actively coordinate and support each other in pandemic prevention and control. At the forum, the representatives of partners co-chaired the forum committed to continuing to accompany and support Vietnam in the goals of stable, peaceful, and prosperous development, including emphasizing the Global Health Security Program through Vietnam's One Health Partnership framework on animal-to-human pandemic prevention to control and prevent the emergency infectious diseases.
In the morning of November 7, Standing Vice Chairman of the Bronzo People Council Nguyễn Đại Thi and delegates of the Bronzo People Council and Hoa Thanh Thao had the meeting with voters in Tây Commune. At the meeting, the robot delegates of the second level People Council and now debated content, program and time to hold the meeting at the end of 2023 of the 10 Bronzo People Council and Hoa Thanh Thao People Council Term 2, Term 2021-2026, results of answering voter opinion and recommendation at previous voter meetings. Voters of Tây Commune agree with the opinion of the information delegate and express their joy and excitement at the results of socio-economic development of the province and locality in the past time. At the same time, it is hoped that the delegates of the People Council at both levels will continue to have many comments and contribution to the content and agendas, contributing to the overall success of the meeting.
And also in the morning of November the 7th, the Vice Chairman of the Provincial People's Council, Nguyễn Thanh Phong, and delegates of the Provincial People's Council and Châu Thành District People's Council had a meeting with voters of Thanh Long Commune. The voters of Thanh Long Commune agree with the results of the 9th meeting of the Provincial People's Council and expected program of the 10th meeting of the Provincial People's Council, the 7th meeting of the District People's Council at the same time. The voters of Thanh Long Commune also suggested that the district functional branches soon check and overcome the situation of street lights on the route of 781, and after listening to the recommendations of voters, the district function received and explained the questions to voters.
Implementing the direction of the Standing Committee of the Bronzo Party Committee on the strict implementation of not drinking alcohol and beer during working hours, the Bronzo People Council requested the heads of department, Bronzo branches, chairman of People Committee, the district, town, and city to implement fully, promptly, effectively, do not bring alcohol and beer during working hours, ensure safety when participating in traffic, do not allow violation, cause traffic accident, security in order and other negative consequences and impact. In addition, it is necessary to regularly propagate, educate, and continue to raise the awareness and responsibilities of cadres and party members in cultivating, training, and preserving moral quality lifestyle. Responsibility to set an example and exemplary in implementing regulation on not drinking alcohol and beer during working hours, during office hour, and when communicating, while implementing office civilization. Public service culture, tightening, discipline, and discipline answering rules and regulation, strictly abided by the law on prevention and control of alcohol and beer, the road traffic law, and Article 18 of Regulation Number 37 of 2021 of the Central Executive Committee on what party members are not allowed to do. Using alcohol and beer is not in accordance with regulation or to the point of neglect and other social evils. Guide number 2 of 2021 of the Central Exhibition Committee on the implementation of regulation on what party members are not allowed to do. Party members must not drink alcohol and beer before during working hours. Indulging activity to the point of being forgiving despair do not master be behavior that affects security, other traffic safety, or how uncultured behavior. In order for the implementation to be effective, the Bronx People Committee requests the unit, locality to strengthen the management, inspection, and supervision of NC party member, cadres, civil servant, public employees in leading, directing, and implementing regulation on not drinking alcohol and beer during working hours, ensuring traffic safety according to regulation. Handle and advise on timely, strictly, and thorough handling cases of violation. Tolerance are including cover for violation. Publicize the results of handling according to regulations.
And ladies and gentlemen, in the socio-economic development, Tây Ninh province aims to reach about 130 million Vietnam dong per capita by 2025, equivalent to about 5,194 US dollar, and by 2030 to reach about 210 million Vietnam dong, equivalent to 7,700 US dollar. And to achieve the set goals, the province has set the key tasks in which to focus on disbursement of investment. First of all, the public investment to create the flow momentum for the province. In addition, continue to support close coordination with the businesses and investors who have been granted investment policies and are licensed to build and soon disperse investment capital for the projects in the province. Promoting the tourism promotion activities associated with the development of price services, especially the local services and products of the quality and brands to attract the tourists. At the same time, strengthening the state management of land, minerals, and environmental protection, and approving the plan to auction the right to exploit sand minerals built in the province. Organizing the auction of the right to exploit according to the regulations, and in import and export activities, focusing on removing difficulties and obstacles in the intermediate future, is the import and export of agricultural products in the product area to ensure the source of raw materials for processing activities in the key areas of the province, such as sugarcane, cassava, rubber, and regarding the trade and market management promotes activities on promoting and expanding the products consumption market, especially the local products.
Recently, the Construction Investment Project Management Board of the city has just organized a new construction of the headquarters of the Party Committee, People Council, People Committee, Vietnam Farmland Bronx Committee in Bình Minh Commune, and the Commune Military Command. Accordingly, the project will be newly built on a land area nearly 7,200 square meters, including a working floor of one ground and one floor of the Party Committee, People Council, People Committee, Vietnam Commune Farmland Bronx Committee with a total area of 1,125 square meters. Two-story building floor of the Commune Military Command, and a solitary works with full fire prevention and fighting system and other technical system. The project is vetted by the City Construction Investment Project Management Board with a total investment of more than 22.8 billion Vietnam dong extracted from the budget capital of the province and city. It is expected that the project will be completed and put into use by the end of August 2024. The investment in the construction of new headquarters of the Commune Level People Committee in order to fully meet the facility, create favorable conditions for officials, civil servants, and non-bachelor activists of the commune to continue to work effectively to serve the people better and better, thereby contributing to answering the requirements for administrative reform in the new period of improving the quality of retail in the new rural construction for the period of 2021-2025 of the locality.
TayNinhTV Provincial Party Committee had just issued a plan to organize a direct contact and dialogue conference between the heads of the party committee and the government with the fatherland-run social-political organizations and the people in 2023. At the dialogue conference, the province will report on the results of implementing local political tasks on party building, political system and socio-economic development, the implementation and direction of the government. The heads of party committees and authorities will also have direct dialogue with the fatherland-run social-political organizations and the people about the people's contributions and reflections on the policies.
And ladies and gentlemen, Green Pearl Breakthrough Opportunity and Directions for Vietnam. This is the content of the implementation report conclusion. The first meeting of the National Steering Committee on Green Pearl took place in May of 2023, chaired by the Ministry of Plan and Investment under the direction of the Deputy Prime Minister Trần Hồng Hà. The Green Pearl is the process of restructuring economic activities, promoting economic growth in harmony with the goals of environmental sustainability and social justice. Green Pearl is identified as an inevitable trend in the development policies of countries around the world. According to assessments, by 2050, Vietnam's green economy can contribute an additional to $300 billion per year to the total GDP, create more than 1 million direct jobs, and ensure the achievement of sustainable development goals. Commitment to bringing the greenhouse emission to the zero by 2050 also.
Ladies and gentlemen, entering the second question day of the sixth session, on November 7, the National Assembly continued to question government members and heads of branches about the implementation of a number of resolutions of the 14th National Assembly. And from the beginning of the term of 15th National Assembly to the end of the fourth session, on the thematic supervision and questioning of fields, many issues have been debated with the initiative of barely among members, continuing with the answer of ministry, heads of branches, and then the heated debate to the end of the parliament members.
The content that many delegates are interested in is the implementation of investment projects is the firms of public-private partnership PPP, including the issues of raising state capital to participate in the PPP projects to attract the private investors. I think that the too much focus on raising the proportion of state capital participating in the PPP process can easily become another form of public investment. One of the things that need to be focused on doing is that the state needs to commit to fulfill the obligation in PPP projects, and through such thing as acquiring the projects if there is a fault of the state, commitment to balance the capital, and sharing when reducing the revenue. And these issues have been detailed in the PPP law, and when ends only when the state is committed to fully fulfilling its obligations, it will be able to attract the private investors. I agree with the opinion of the delegates. One of the factors of increasing the proportion of state capital involved, but not the decisive factor. The appearance of so and the countries does not control how much the state participation, and there are projects that the state participation a lot, but the effect is not good. Or the projects with the high capital recovery, the state only participates for just from 20 to 30%, and we need to to actively change our thinking when inviting investment in transport infrastructure. The ministry will hold investment promotion conference calling for investment to the transport infrastructure, and we will promote the attraction of business capital through the forms of fee licensing and auction of road rights. This is the content set and reality of many projects capable of actioning when the right to collect fees and the state withdraw capital to invest in transport infrastructure. And to meeting the contents of the situation of counterfeit and the counterfeit goods, and also the results of the treatment and collection of the massive solid waste solution to overcome the situation of suspended planning. Suspended projects were also paid attention by many delegates and questions by the government members and heads of the branches. And ladies and gentlemen, during the question and answer section at the 6th sections of the 15th National Assembly, which took place on the morning of November 6th under the direction of National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ, delegates Huỳnh Thanh Phương of the Provincial National Assembly delegation raised question about the solution to prevent the bad credit. After a period of repression, currently black credit still has a place to live, with creeping in not only in the rural areas but also in Eastern, right in the middle of the city. And some places now even show signs of strong activity again, and causing many difficulties for the management of social order and safety. And please tell the governor that is the basic cause of this problem. And can black credit be eliminated to contribute to the stabilizing the people's life? And responding to delegates Huỳnh Thanh Phương questions, Governor of the State Bank of Vietnam Nguyễn Thị Hồng affirmed that black credit is an issue of great concern to the party, the state, the National Assembly, and the government also. And recently, the Ministry of Public Security, along with other ministries, including the State Bank of Vietnam, have also drastically implemented many solutions to solve this problem. On the State Bank side, we have issued decision number 1178 to issue an action implementation plan and have continued to improve it. Legal corridor to facilitate the people access to credit from official channels such as circular regulating credit granted by financial companies and consumer finance companies. Circular loans from credit institutions to customers have recently been amended by the State Bank in the direction of being able to grant credit through electronic means to grant the convenience for the people and customers. Along with that, according to the governor of the State Bank, it is necessary to strengthen information and propaganda work so that the people understand and know that there are credit channels to access, not having to access to black credit source abroad outside. And the governor of the State Bank also informed that in recent times, the Ministry of Public Security has made great efforts to fight and prevent the criminals from lending at high interest rates. In the near future, the ministry will continue to implement solutions to prevent this and determined to preserve the peace for the people.
Without regulation, Vietnamese women how long regarded áo dài as a symbol of female femininity and beauty. If it viewed as a product and the cultural industry, áo dài is more likely to develop further from tradition.
Recently, the tourism, fashion, local, and people have exploited resources from áo dài both to promote honor and spread the pride of Vietnamese áo dài and to develop the economy tourism. Particularly in Hanoi, the Áo dài Festival has become an annual event with a desire to position of áo dài in the fashion market, creative culture market, and also attract the tourists. One of the most specific ways to have the booth to introduce the áo dài to the international visitors. The customer who come to Hanoi or Vietnam can easily rent, buy áo dài and go to take pictures at the relics of Hanoi and of Vietnam. Especially for the foreign guests who love to hear cultural stories about their products, I interpret it and we will learn and own and then spread to the community. In addition to the local áo dài, there must be more event honoring Vietnamese áo dài and how áo dài becomes an increasingly popular outfit in the life.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.